Soon a dark tide shall spew forth from it and overwhelm the pitiful band of heroes who currently stand at assault. Oh, there they are! Fall back! Fall back, men of the realm! Alright, I mean, get overwhelmed, men of the realm. Doris, we must flee. Withdraw carefully and intentionally behind our walls. Now I'm really wishing I had leveled up this gate, because this wall, because that outer wall may not hold. We've got no other archers here, of course. All of our archers are out wandering around the forest. One builder, a couple of builders. Oh, it's too late. The wall has fallen. Quick, Doris, we must ride to the west, back to our realm. I'm pretty sure that second wall is not gonna hold. Fortunately, there is only the breeders / stag forest. There's a few builders in there. Can you follow your king? Well, oh no, they're not listening. They're not listening to me. I'm not gonna hang around. That would just be plain foolish. I am, after all, the king. In fact, let's ride off to the west, shall we? I think now is the right time to inspect our western flank. It may well have come under attack this night. If we're going to fall on the eastern side, frankly, there's not a lot more that I can do about it as the king tonight. I'm pretty sure that the keep's inner defenses will hold. They're pretty strong. We have a strong stone keep now with a 2-layered wall and plenty of archers manning towers. I'm sure it'll hold. Day 14 has dawned. Oh, there's an attack here, look. There's an attack as day 14 dawns. Let's level these walls and stuff up whilst we check this attack. It shouldn't be too serious. Fight on, men of the western flank! Fight against... What just happened there? Did you fire that catapult? Stop it! You're firing the catapult into our own wall! This is not what I had planned for the western flank. I thought this double-tiered wall defense would be quite effective, but as it turns out, it seems like there's not enough room for the catapult to operate. Well, fortunately, it wasn't a blood moon tonight, and there wasn't a major attack here, because we didn't actually need the catapult. But we're clearly going to have to sort this out. Which of you minions is responsible for this? I, as king, may have ordered the construction, but frankly, builder minions do nothing but build day in, day out, and somebody should have told me, curse you. We'll have to cut this forest down then, push this defensive line back so that we can build a tower there, and a wall there, and another tower there, and then we will have a new defensive line, which hopefully will be slightly better, and where the catapult will be able to operate. It does mean that we have no chance of launching an attack against the western demon gate, the western gate of dark minions, this night, or indeed before the next blood moon. For the third blood moon shall rise in but a day and a bit, a day and a half, probably. It looks like the sun's about halfway through the sky on day 14. Come, Doris, we need to check on the eastern side. Obviously, having plenty of coins in our coin purse is also probably beneficial, as there is no doubt going to be many a minion who needs to be re-recruited, and many a wall that needs to be rebuilt. But just how far did they penetrate into our great keep? It looks like the keep itself is sound. Look, the inner keep wall is still intact. The outer keep wall is still just about standing as well. Look at that. We actually held them. We held them in the breeding/hunting forest. The jewel of our kingdom. It has been ransacked, sadly. Take the king's coin, you. Rejoin the king's armies. If you weren't previously in the armies, then come join the king's armies. Let's get these walls rebuilt. Yes, the jewel of our kingdom may have been ransacked by the dark minions, but there is little that they can do to harm it. The minion camps that spawn our never-ending supply of minions to join the king's armies are fine. The minion women, if they exist, just stay inside the tents, probably very intelligently. Hold on, is that a new gate or is that the old gate? I don't think we've really got time to investigate today. We'll come back and we'll look at this a little bit more tomorrow, but I'm concerned that we don't have time before the next blood moon to mess about. If it is a new gate, that's great, because it means we can just launch a fresh attack against it from our existing line of defense, and then we will have bested the east. The east will have been quelled, for there is only 2 gates on either side of the empire of the kingdom. And once they're gone, that is the end of the tide of darkness, the end of the great threat against our brave kingdom and our many minions and our unrivaled control of these lands. Which, of course, is very important as king. Of course, it's also possible that it wasn't actually a new gate, that it was the old gate, and that the minions attack that my brave knights sadly gave up their coins for naught. But let's assume that's not the case. What we will need is plenty of fresh archers, many new archers. We have lost most of our archers from the eastern side. In fact, we lost all of the archers from the eastern side. So we need to replenish not just our defensive forces, but of course also our hunting parties, so that they can start generating coin from the breeding / hunting forest once again. Coins for your king. The day's takings, please. The day's farming revenues. And day 15 is upon us. Day 15 is dawning. The day of the third blood moon. Are we prepared? And will the attack come from the west or the east? We are uncertain. We fired our court astrologers because they were, of course, completely useless. The court astronomers we've kept on because they are able to keep track of what day number it is, and we have determined that the blood moon rises every 5th day. And today is day 15. We'll get these outer towers leveled up because it never hurts to have a few towers peppering the attacking hordes on their way in. I might think about building this wall as well. I know we don't really have a lot of time before the next blood moon, but the debacle with the catapult really needs to be addressed. We really need that catapult to be firing on the horde. It can take out many a dark minion with a single shot, and really does help to repel and hold them back and weaken their attack forces. So let's do it. We're gonna build a wall there. We need to come back and make sure that we tier it up. I mean, it needs to be at least tier 2 to hold them for, you know, even a few moments. Preferably, we'll get it all the way up to a stone wall, although that may mean hanging around here in the west for far too long, for we must not neglect the east. At the very least, we should get back to the keep and recruit ourselves a couple of knights before the darkness comes upon us. Come, Doris. Sadly, you are all puffed out once again. We just need to get out to the western side, order that wall, upgrade it. Look, it's just a few spiky sticks. It's not good enough, man. This is not good enough. Also, standing on a rock is not going to achieve much in the with the darkness that may well be coming for us this night. So, at the very least, we need a proper tower here. The knights are looking pretty strong, though. They've got a good retinue of forces. You men, hold it. We will level this up to a stone tower. There we go. Now comes the time, Doris. Now we must ride against the setting sun. Ride like the wind. Ride like the rain in the water. Ride on. Collecting coins, of course, because we will need the coins as well. Yeah, we need those coins. I really wish I had some sort of scoop I could just hold out whilst I was riding past in order to collect all of these coins. More coins. Coins for your king. The sun is beginning to set. The red moon will be upon us soon. There is little time left. I must collect all the coins, though. Alright, we're going to leave that one coin. Doris, feed up, and then we will ride. Ride like the wind. Ride like our lives depend on it, even though actually it's not our lives that are depending on it, but it is in fact our coins, which is almost as bad. Quickly, knights to the fore, take up your shields, prepare to defend the walls. We'll do a quick, wow, they're coming from the east. This is not good. They are coming from the east. They're already on our inner defenses, the outer defenses. Maybe they were never even reconstructed. That's not good. That's not good. I think I'm going to keep hold of my coins because I don't think we actually have any minions to equip with bows anyway. Though it pains me greatly, I'm going to have to lay a coin trap. It is better to pay off these dark minions. If coins is what they've come for, then coins is what they'll take. But this shall be the last time that they shall breach my kingdom. Let us pray that it is enough. Let us pray that our brave archers can slay enough of them before they breach that wall. And the few that remain will take the coins. Begone! Take your coins and begone from my empire, dark minions! Look, it has worked. Archers, destroy... Look to the skies! Look to the skies, men! We have defeated the ground forces, but there's some kind of creature, some kind of foul. You've eaten one of my archers! Give him back! Give that archer... No! Give my farmers back as well! This is no good. I need to somehow bring this guy down. Sadly, as king, I don't actually have any means of attacking anyone. If only I had a bow and arrow. If only I'd paid attention when learning to shoot as a child. Alright, fine. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. The attack came from the east, which is not the best, but we survived it. The inner keep wall held. It was a close-run thing. The kingdom stood upon the edge of a knife. Had they breached that wall and taken out those farmers, possibly breached the next wall and taken out our farm as well, we would be in a sorry state. But as it is, I think we're okay. We just need to re-recruit as many people as possible. We need to replenish our numbers. That's the biggest problem for us right now, I believe, is that our numbers have been greatly diminished. All right, this wall needs to be rebuilt. This outer wall they never actually got to it. Look, we're not gonna fall into that trap again. I don't need more farmers. Thank you very much. Oh, look, there's that flying creature flying off. You've got my minions inside you, foul creature. Come back. Fine. We shall have to let them go. There is nothing that we can do. This day they have won the battle, but they shall not win the war. We shall return, and in greater numbers, to best their gate, to cast it into the river, and smote their ruin upon the mountain side. I mean, upon the river side. Yeah, they shall rue the day that they took on mighty King Dave II. This kingdom shall be made safe. And we have a little bit of time now. There's always a nice moment of realization after you've survived a blood moon that you have time, you have breathing space. Yes, the attacks will continue to come each night, but as long as we build our defenses back up to a reasonable level, then they should be able to hold them with ease. And indeed, prepare to take the fight to the enemy, because there is no time really to rest on our laurels. As much as it feels like we have breathing space, in actual fact, we have but a chance now. We have a chance to press forward. We have suffered a setback, there's no doubt. We have a lot of defenses to reconstruct. We're very low on population, and that could hurt us. That could hurt our chances of crushing those gates before the next blood moon. We better get some builders, actually. I think we're sorely lacking builders. We're sorely lacking everything, actually. We need more builders, we need more archers. We especially need builders, though, because we need to reconstruct all of our defenses in this little breathing space time that we have. Let's get more archers as well, though, to make sure that we are at least somewhat well protected in the event of an attack coming on this side, on the eastern side, which is our weak side right now. You there, take the king's coin. We need all of the men. All of your men need to come and join the kingdom, and for this you shall receive the king's shiny coin, which you may keep in your pocket and occasionally take out and stare at it and stroke it, and perhaps even whisper, "My precious," to it. Or something like that. Of course, it isn't the one coin, and it's certainly not going to rule anyone, except, of course, you, in the name of your king. And his crown, which I think is all for the best, because look at how far you've come under the king's auspicious rule. Before, you were living in camps in the wood, probably quite happily, with your women folk. And now look at you, farming the fields, manning the towers, killing the beasts of the forest. Look how far we've come. Civilization, I tell you. Which of course is all beside the point, because unless we can hold our civilization, it shall all be for naught. And to that end, we need to continue to build our defenses. Build up all of our defenses. Possibly we will order you knights to attack this day as well, but I need to check on the state of the defenses, see if we've got any builders. I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah, see, you've got what, 4 archers with you? 4 retinue archers? It may be enough. There is another archer there. You may actually have the full complement, and they're just kind of like hiding at the moment. Possibly because they don't want to go over the top. But that is not their decision. It is mine, their king's. And they will fight if ordered to do so in the name of their king. And you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. It's day 17. We've got a few days before the next blood moon. It's going to put a bit of stress on our kingdom. It's gonna sap our population even further, but if we can destroy that gate, we're down to just 1 gate on either side. I'm fairly confident that we can launch an attack on the eastern side and destroy that gate before the next blood moon as well, and then we will be in a very strong position. We then need to just spend a few days building up the defenses, replenishing our forces, preparing ourselves to ride out the next blood moon, and then, perhaps then, the kingdom will finally be made safe. That's my plan. That is as king, that is my great and mighty plan. Come, the bells are ringing, knights of the kingdom of the Owl. I order you, as your king, to march on our enemy. I will be along to see how you're doing shortly, but first I better ride back down into the kingdom and make sure that we see to the rest of our defenses. Because, of course, there will be a counterattack coming, and I would rather that counterattack not take out the farms. That would be very bad indeed. And to make sure that that doesn't happen, I think we're going to need population first and foremost. We need to be able to quickly replenish our losses from that attack. We need also to have builders able to rebuild our defenses and build up our defenses. We need fresh knights. We need it all. Doris, feed up, for we must ride. We must ride for the breeding forest. The forest of breeders and indeed stags. Although we're not going there primarily for... Oh, look at that. The coin purse is actually overflowing. Our coin pouch is so full that the coins teeter upon it. In fact, it's so full we might as well spend some, because we're almost certainly going to get more as we ride. Let's get a few more builders, because we will need builders. What's going on? Oh, it's got like the maximum number of hammers are there already. All right, we really need population now. We really need population, and fast. Come, Doris. I fear I may have made a terrible mistake in issuing that attack. I think we may well suffer as a result. But maybe they'll be able to take the gate out. As long as they take the gate out, it will not be for naught. And actually, to help them do that, let's power up their archer powers. More coins for the archer shrine. Let her beauteous smile and her mighty arrow tip shine down upon us and grant us evermore. I think it is a woman. I'm pretty sure that's a female archer. Maybe that's where all the women folk are. They're in statue form and also, as previously discussed, probably hanging about inside the tents very sensibly, because it seems like a much safer and nicer place inside the tent. I mean, if you go outside the tent, there's a very real chance that you will get mobbed by dark minions. And if you're not being mobbed by dark minions, then some crazy king is no doubt going to come sauntering past, throw a shiny, shiny coin at you, which will mesmerize you into his eternal service, at least until a dark minion comes along, and batters you and brings you to your senses. It seems the night attack has come from the east, dark minions hoping to catch us unawares, but no, we have brave men here, not many, but a few. Are they enough to hold the line? Fight on, men, destroy this enemy, and then I will ride back into the west. And who knows what we will find there. Looks like this battle has been won. The east holds, but what of the west? Have our minions destroyed the enemy gate? Has a dark tide flowed across our kingdom and crushed it in our absence? Did we linger too long in the east?